was actually wondering the other day whether team warnings have gone out the window because I can't remember the last time I saw one.
Well, they were certainly out of fashion on Friday night. Yeah, to me that they, I was surprised that he didn't at least hand the warning out, even if it didn't get to a yellow card stage.
Yeah.
But
So would you? Sorry, I
Leeds are
was going
going
to
to
say,
keep.
would you advocate if it's a dangerous challenge that's caused the head injury when a player goes off for the 10-minute check? Would you advocate some form of retribution for the people that have committed it, the other team?
Well, I mean, Cummins was very keen to say on the coverage that the video referee will only get involved on a review if he feels that it was the incident was worthy of a yellow card. And
Right.
to me, it was clearly a potential. It was clearly a yellow card because it's high contact, and even in the charging sheet that I read, it was described as reckless, and I think it was reckless. So I think
I
it's
suppose
quite.
actually a yellow card would tally with the 10 minutes off for the head the concussion check, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, exactly. Again, it's a misdemeanor that goes unpunished, isn't it? And I think it was the same for their. It's you could call it smart tactics, I suppose, but and
Yeah,
they're going to get it. They're going to keep doing it as long as they're getting away with it. But yeah, not just to bash Leeds, even though that's obviously um,
it's fun.
it's fun. It's just fun. It's this is the trouble. If they're winning, the only thing we can do is bash them rather than just laugh at them. That's the trouble.
Yeah, you see, my concern is, they're starting to come good at the wrong time for us.
Yeah, I mean, I still think there's still plenty of water to go under the bridge yet. I think there's a long way from it being decided. This is the trouble. I think it's very easy to jump to conclusions week on week.
Yeah,
So
that is
so so
true.
this week, Leeds and Huddersfield, they're absolutely fine. They've got no problem.
They're staying
And
up.
it's KR and London that are in the shit. But next week it'll flip around. So anyway,
Yeah, yeah.
but no, I
Still
mean
got another few weeks until we can sort of properly say anything, haven't we?
I think so. I think just to be more positive, I think the break earlier in the second half from Briscoe and the offload to Walker was probably the best try of the game, and I think that's some good play from Leeds. Um, Obviously, Cass did get back into it and scored 10 points in no time at all. I don't quite know what went right that had been going wrong for the previous kind of 60 minutes. Um, but yeah, it was. I guess it had to be Louis who scored the crucial try, didn't it?
Yeah.
Um, giving lots of Leeds fans some mixed feelings. Let's say that at the end. But yeah, no, crucial win for Leeds and Cass slump. I think is it might be becoming a thing.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the trouble when you give coaches new contracts.
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't do it. So
There we go. We've got plenty of advice this
there you
week.
go. There you go. So what else happened on Friday night?
Friday night. I went out for ice cream with my husband on Friday night.
Did you? Was that
Yeah,
nice?
it was. He was home from work early. Well, to
Oh,
be fair, he'd left home at 4 in the morning, so he deserved to be home early. Went for ice cream. So that was pleasant. So shall we move on now?
no. Let's talk about what happened at the KCOM, shall we?
Oh, I also met up with St David. That was nice. Always
Oh,
nice to
there you
see
go.
St
There's a,
David.
there's a silver lining with every cloud and all that.
Yeah, yeah, we had a nice drink in the beer garden.
Come on, stop delaying. What happened?
Well, and do you know something? There was no water in the south stand, as in running water.
Right.
So that was quite shocking. So all the toilets were closed.
So what do you need to do if you need to spend a penny?
You had to walk all the way round to the corner of the west stand.
Okay.
So that was a bit ridiculous.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about the match now, or should we not bother?
You obviously definitely don't want to talk about it, but I feel duty bound to at least give it a cursory mention. Let, I'll tell you what. Why don't you tell us the facts and the figures, and
Right.
then we'll move on as quickly as possible.
So, yeah, in a woeful performance, it finished Hull FC 12, St Helens 40, having been 18-0 to St Helens at half time. There were 11,311 people there to see Chris Kendall not really have a lot of clue. In terms of
Ref's fault. Ref's fault.
To be fair, before the match, St David and his friend Paul were going on about how much they hate Kendall and how he has it in for them. Well, he had obviously heard and decided to change their opinion.
Sorry, I don't want to bash referees. I think Chris Kendall is a bit of a Marmite character as a referee because I really rate him. I think he's probably one of the best. But I also know there's lots of fans who can't abide him, whichever club they support. So
Yeah,
I think
don't get me wrong.
He divides opinion.
He did not influence the result in terms of who was going to win.
No, the massive gaps down your middles were doing that.
Yeah. But there was dubious calls that took. Do you know what I mean? That they scored tries from, which you do dwell on as a fan.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. Obviously, watching a 3-minute highlight package doesn't show me that, does it? So
no,
I'll take your word for it. But
excitingly,
black and white tinted specs. But go on.
Very excitingly, we had a scrum, and all of a sudden, this alarm went off, and I thought like somebody's had enough and said that's it, we're ending the match. No, it was the shot clock had run out.
Okay.
It's the first time I've seen that.
Is that a thing again?
Well, it wasn't for the first half of the match, and then all of a sudden it came into play, and Saints were penalised for running it down.
Blimey.
That was a bit exciting. It took us all a while to work out what was going on.
It was the big thing for the first 3 rounds, and then everyone's forgotten about it.
Yeah, exactly. We were like, what? Anyway, in terms of the stats, confusingly, both teams had 10 clean breaks, and both had poor tackle teams. Team tackle success rates, with Saints is 2.6% worse in that stat. 3 fewer penalties conceded, 2 fewer errors made, and 338 more were where Saints won well on their stats. Yes, I didn't pause, did I? So they had conceded 3 fewer penalties, made 2 fewer errors, and made 338 more metres.
Yes.
Individually,
a lot better.
Individually, Mark Percival with 2 try assists, 13 tackle busts, 137 metres made, 2 clean breaks, 3 offloads, 2 smashes into touch by Ratu, which he didn't like. Johnny Lomax with 1 try and 1 try assist and 125 metres. Matty Lees with 139 metres and 2 clean breaks. James Bentley with 41 tackles, of which 10 were marker tackles. Danny Houghton said that's all well and good, but I can make 48 tackles, of which 10 will be marker tackles. Josh Griffin with 7 tackle busts and 113 metres and 2 clean breaks. Carlos Tumivavi with 1 try assist, 5 tackle busts, 106 metres and 3 offloads. And Jamie Shaw with 1 try, 9 tackle busts and 100 metres.
Yeah. So Tom Andrews says, best team in the world, well beaten by best team in the league. All I saw online was best faulting, but I'm willing to bet the stats don't lie on this one.
Well, they're not that convincing, are they, Tom? My dad said an inspired 20-minute spell by Kendall saw Saints race into an 18-point lead, resulting in FC trying to play catch-up rugby and making so many mistakes as a result. Amazingly, it stayed at 18 until half-time. Another dubious try early second half, followed by 2 quality Saints tries, left all fearing the worst, but a late fight back saw a few points on the FC board. A different ref wouldn't necessarily have changed the result. But ...
That's a bit salty. That's very salty. St David says, boy, Hull really don't like referees. Yeah,
hot and kettle, David.
Please see above. Well, no one likes referee when they're getting beat. Kendall was getting it from the kickoff, both from fans and the gobshite corner. Well, same as always. Saints played through the hostility and eased to a comprehensive victory with some beautiful tries. Grace and Coots being the pick. Bentley was my man of the match. Time to slap down the pies. Before you get into it, can I just ask a quick question? Did Bentley play at hooker for Saints?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just thinking. 'Cause obviously, they had a bit of an issue there, and he obviously, I think 41 tackles and 10 marker tackles. That
probably
tends to
suggests.
suggest that he was playing there, probably.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a big fan of James Bentley, so that's probably that it was just a personal question. But yeah, go on, tell us how you were robbed.
Well, we Kendall seemed to forget that the rule of playing the ball into a man on the floor that's no longer a penalty when the
Um,
player is laid still.
yes, it depends on his position
You,
and what he's doing to
you're
get
not
out
allowed
of
to
the
step
way.
over the player to play it into him.
That's true. That was specifically outlawed. Yes.
Yes. So when they did that, got a penalty and scored off the next play
Okay.
to go 6-0 up. That's slightly frustrating. It was just things like that. They got some penalties which put them into very, very strong attacking positions. And I think I know the penalty counts 6-7, but there was a lot of evening up done towards the end. I thought Ratu had a good game for us. Jamie Scholl was crippled on about the second tackle of the match. Somehow decided he was going to try and run it off, and we're all saying, no, just take him off, just, Connor to full back, whatever. And yet he did manage to run it off, but it looked like there was no chance of that. Ellis came on, but was only on for a couple of tackles before getting a very nasty eye injury. I think, to be honest, we did well to keep it at 40. Our defence was good on the whole.
Yeah, it was interesting what you say about putting Saints in good scoring positions, but from the highlights that I've seen, it seemed like at least half of their tries started about the halfway line. So they're a team that can strike from deep, and they don't
They
need much.
can.
They don't need much encouragement.
And then when
And
we did have the ball, it was like, oh no, we've got the ball, we must score immediately. But yet we seemed to forget how to play. And it was either panic or do nothing for 5 tackles and then give the ball to Kelly or Sneed to kick to the corner. We didn't really seem to have a lot of idea. And our tactic, like the whole crowd were yelling, don't give it to Minichella, because I don't think he touched the ball without dropping it on Friday night.
it was one of those nights.
It definitely was one of those nights, yeah.
Oh well, I think even the most optimistic black and white would have been hard pressed to see you winning this one, and obviously that certainly wasn't changed on Friday night, but yeah,
It's
I
all right,
think
we'll beat them on the 24th of August.
we'll see. I haven't even got there yet, honestly.
I know.
Yeah, but anyway, moving on to yet another game on. Unless you've got anything else you want to get off your chest.
No, I don't think so,
No,
particularly.
move on. Okay,
Yeah.
so also on Friday night, another team from the east of the Pennines taking a pasting. It was Wigan against Hull KR. It finished Wigan 52, Hull KR 10. 24-6 to Wigan at half time. 11,042 were there, and Marcus Griffiths was the merry whistleblower. As you'd expect, Wigan were huge start winners, as Hull KR did the dirty double of being below 1,000 metres and under 90% team tackle success. 575 more metres, 2 metre per carry, better average gain, 9 more breaks, 4.2% better tackle success, 4 fewer errors, 4 fewer penalties. Yes, if you hadn't picked up from that, Wigan won this one emphatically.
It does sound that way, doesn't it?
It does, and the highlights obviously suggest that. For Wigan, Joe Burgess with a try, 1 try assist on 108 metres, 3 clean breaks and 3 offloads. Ollie Partington with 134 metres, Joe Bullock, the Ginger ex-winger, 5 tackle busts, 176 metres, 2 clean breaks. The Ginger Pearl back and firing, 2 tries and 1 try assist, 5 tackle busts and 180 metres. That's quite a go. For Hull KR, I should mention Quinlan got 2 tries. Other than that, Ben Crooks had 106 metres, and that's 106 meters sounds like more than 10% of the team's meters. So yeah,